Have you ever heard of a princess who wasn't waiting for a prince, but was out on the battlefield, leading armies and shaping the future of a nation? Today, we're going back in time to the 12th century, to the heart of West Africa, to uncover the incredible story of Yennenga, the founding mother of the Mossi people of Burkina Faso. This isn't a fairy tale. It's the epic legend of a woman whose courage, skill, and rebellious spirit created a legacy that still echoes today. Yennenga was born in the kingdom of Dagomba, in what is now modern-day Ghana. Her father was the king Ndega, and from a very young age, it was clear she was no ordinary princess. While other girls learned traditional domestic skills, Yennenga was drawn to the world of warriors. She learned to ride horses with unmatched grace and power. She became an expert with the javelin and the bow and arrow, and her strategic mind was sharper than any blade. Soon she wasn't just training. She was leading troops. By her teenage years, Yennenga was a formidable commander in her father's army. She led her own battalion, fighting on the front lines to defend the Dagomba kingdom against its neighbors, particularly the mighty Malian Empire. Her bravery was legendary. She was so valuable on the battlefield and so crucial to the kingdom's defense that when she reached an appropriate age for marriage, her father refused to let her go. He couldn't fathom his army without its fiercest warrior. But Yennenga yearned for a very different kind of freedom, and felt trapped by her duties and her father's love, which had become a gilded cage. She wanted to choose her own destiny and experience a life beyond the constant drumbeat of war. So, one night, she made a decision that would change the course of her life and history. Dressed as a man, she mounted her magnificent stallion and escaped the royal court under the cover of the night. The journey was long and perilous. She rode north, deep into the mysterious wilderness. Exhausted, she and her horse became separated while crossing a river. Alone and weary, Yennenga walked and wandered until she came across a solitary hut in the middle of the forest. The man who lived there was Rial, a renowned elephant hunter from a distinguished family lineage. At first, Riale was suspicious of this young warrior who appeared at his doorstep. But he saw the exhaustion in her tired eyes and offered her shelter. As they spent time together, they discovered a deep connection. Yennenga revealed her true identity as a princess, and Rial, in turn, was captivated by her strength, intelligence, and spirit. Love blossomed between the warrior princess and the solitary hunter. Together, they had a son, and they named him Ouedraogo, which means male horse or stallion. The name was a tribute to the very horse that had carried Yennenga to her freedom, and ultimately, to her new life with Riale. Ouedraogo was destined for greatness. He grew up hearing his mother's stories of the Dagomba, and practicing the incredible skills of survival and leadership in the wild his father taught him. When Ouedraogo came of age, he journeyed back to his grandfather's kingdom, the Dagomba court. King Ndega, who had long mourned the loss of his beloved daughter, was overjoyed to meet his grandson. He welcomed Ouedraogo with open arms, providing him with cavalry, cattle, and a host of Dagomba warriors to follow him. With his grandfather's blessing and a formidable army, Ouedraogo returned to the land where he was born. There, he united the local disparate peoples, combining his mother's Dagomba military heritage with the cultures of the region. He established a new kingdom, the First Mossi Kingdom, with its capital at Tenkodogo, which translates to the ancient land. This was the birth of the Mossi Empire, one of the most powerful and enduring empires in West African history. And it all started with Yennenga's defiant ride into the unknown. Ouedraogo and his descendants, the Mossi kings, would rule for centuries, creating a stable, organized, and culturally rich society that resisted foreign invasion and maintained its independence for over 500 years. Yennenga's legacy is not just a historical footnote. It's the very soul of Burkina Faso. She is revered as the mother of the Mossi people. Her story is a powerful symbol of female empowerment, independence, and the courage to forge one's own path. The white stallion, the symbol of her freedom, is featured on the country's national coat of arms. The highest honor in Burkinabé cinema, the golden stallion of Yennenga, is named after her legendary horse. You will find her name and image everywhere on streets, in stadiums, and in the hearts of the people. Her story teaches us that true strength isn't just about physical power on the battlefield. It's about the courage to challenge expectations, to break free from constraints, and to follow your own heart, even when the path is uncertain. Yennenga wasn't just a warrior who fought battles with a spear. She was a pioneer who fought for her own destiny, and in doing so, gave birth to a nation. The tale of Yennenga is a beautiful fusion of history and legend, passed down through generations of oral tradition. It is a reminder that history is filled with incredible women whose stories have often been pushed to the margins. Yennenga was a princess, a warrior, a rebel, a wife, a mother, and a founder. She embodies the complex, powerful roles that women have always played in shaping our world. So, the next time you think of a princess, I hope you'll remember Yennenga of Burkina Faso. Not the one in a tower, but the one on a stallion, galloping towards freedom and creating a legacy that would last for 1,000 years. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible Yennenga, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more stories like this, and share this video to help keep her legend alive. Let me know in the comments which historical figure you'd like to see covered next. Until then, stay curious.